All right, and we should be good to go. All my levels are looking good. Yes, one less mistake. Welcome, everyone, to episode 7 of Vengeance in Vaulderie. Blood in Elysium or Blood on Elysium. I forget which one I used. It's not listed there right now. I didn't feel like I had to reframe everyone because we have a large cast tonight. So I hope everyone is ready and buckled in. All right, let's take a look at. I see we got Vlad Daddy. The captions are working. I love it when the captions are working. There's a reason I'm called the Vampire Interpreter. Great to see here. Someone let old Curtis in. Is CT here? That's always good to see you, CT. You used to be in Sinners and Saint here with us every night, but now I know how to use all the buttons. So welcome. Let's see what we got in the chat. Just seeing it. Apacho's here. Some other losers that are in the cast. Shadow Fused. Welcome. What is the name of that song? When you ask that question, Shadow Fused, I can't hear it because I have to turn it off. It's a bunch of tech issues, so I have no idea. Join the Discord and strangle CT. He is the one that put all that together, so maybe he'll be able to help you out. Oh, and apparently it is raining outside. Just gonna see anyone else. Mr. Cultus, hey! Welcome anyone. All right, so enough of that. Enough of the audience. Let's go ahead and get started here with episode 7. Vengeance in Vaulderie. Hi everyone, I'm Adam, the Vampire Interpreter. Welcome. We're going to do our quick round. Let's see, it seems like Ember froze for a hot second. Oh, there we go. You're back. Cool. We're going to go do our round robin. Say hello to everyone. Everyone, I'm going to ask you, just introduce yourself, do a quick plug, and then tell me what you're looking forward to this episode. That's, I think, will be the more interesting topic. So let's start with, who am I pointing to? I am pointing to Tommy/Maya. Maya, why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself, plug anything you'd like, and tell me what you're looking forward to this episode.
Hi, my name is Tommy. I play Maya. No plug. Tonight, we're going to infiltrate the Camarilla, and we're going to see how that works out. And maybe there'll be RVs. Maybe there'll be werewolves. We'll find out.
We will indeed. All right, let's drop down to the amazing Lydia/Ty. Why don't you introduce yourself, plug something real fast, and tell me what you're looking forward to this episode.
Hello, my name is Ty. I play Lydia here. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Hey Tyler Gray. Sorry, I had a little brain fart. Happens to the best of us. I am looking most forward to seeing what kind of distraction my wolf boy toy comes up with. That'll be very interesting, and hopefully it does not set back anything for us.
Oh, if you only knew some of the ideas I have. But just because I have an idea doesn't mean you guys follow it. Trust me. Actually, tonight we had our last-minute cast switch out. You're going to meet Sam tonight, as he's going to be playing a surprise guest star that I literally made up with the drive home. So let's see how that throws things off. All right, let's jump over to the amazing Rachel playing Nova. Rachel, introduce yourself, plug something, and then tell me what you're looking forward to this episode.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rachel. You can find me on Instagram as the Peacock Vampire. And I don't know if it's looking forward to or just anticipating it happening, but I have this feeling that the stranger is going to be at the auction and shit might get fucked. But we'll see. Who knows?
We will see. This is... I love the tech... I love the captioning, as it literally blurts out your cursing. It's great. I love captioning. It's fun. All right, but I mean, at least I got the words right. There you go.
I mean, true.
So one time, just quick side note, I did interpreting. They were talking about hexaflexagon for geometry. Google really messed that up because it's like, oh, don't forget the like to measure and tape, and the caption was, don't forget the sex and rape. I'm like, whoa. What happened? So I'm glad this is not that bad. At least it was somewhat right. Let's jump over to... Yeah, I love your face. I think you're frozen for a hot second.
That's just...
Oh, you just held it?
That's
Awesome.
me.
Yeah, Google got a little creative there, so I'm just excited that it's working. Lillian/Ember, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, plug something, and then tell me what you're looking forward to this episode.
Hi, my name is Ember. I play Mother Lillian. I think what I'm looking forward to the most is the anticipation of finding out what this fragment is. We've been hearing about it since the very first episode, and no one knows anything about it. No one. So I think maybe that mystery finally getting solved will be wonderful, terrible, not sure.
Hint,
We'll
hint.
see.
You'll find out.
Yes.
You'll find out. Don't worry. You'll find out. And last but not least, Jamie/Darcy, introduce yourself, plug something, and then tell me what you're looking forward to this episode.
My name's Jamie. You can find me on Instagram as Danny Vigilante. I'm in a couple different musical bands. Check them out, Witch Hands and 39 Lost. As for tonight, what I'm looking forward to is, fingers crossed, surviving.
Well, survival is not really, I think, the most interesting thing. It's going to be, what does the situation look like compared to where you started and where it ends? That, I think, is going to be the most...
bar low, so my expectations.
Awesome. Okay. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started here. It is Sunday. Dusk has just fallen. You guys have been roused from your torpor, your day sleep, probably by Nova, who probably had... if you did not sleep like death, I think they would have been tossing and turning all night. Welcome, Genghis Khan. Nice to see you here in the audience. Yes.
Did I have nightmares again?
Do you, or are you asking if you can?
I'm asking if I did.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were like, oh, can I have nightmares again? I'm like,
Yeah,
I mean...
please torment me in my sleep.
Yeah. So, ooh, see, I like when you ask me these questions on the spot. Let me think here. I'm gonna say you slept surprisingly well in that department. Almost too well.
Oh, okay.
All right. So the Sabbat are trying to infiltrate the Camarilla. Hope no one calls 1-900-Justicar. Man, I certainly hope no one does. That would make things very awkward. So, all right, let's this is going to be fun. Let's go ahead and get started. So, you're all woken up very early, but I believe I got a message from you, well, from Jamie. I didn't get a message from Darcy while I was at work. You had some plans, something you wanted to do during downtime. Why don't we go ahead and address that now? What is it that... I remember reading the message and going, yes, let's do that. Beyond that, I literally today got assaulted twice and hit with a rock in the head. You can't see it. I got a little welt right here. So I forgot what you asked me. What?
I didn't realize that rock hit you quite that hard.
It did.
So during my downtime actions, from whence we last left our intrepid adventurers to our current scenario, I have been plotting to make sure that the barbed wire freaks are conspicuously not around town and incommunicado. And at the same time, I'm trying to muddle up something that I might be able to leave as a calling card or some sort of signature garment that they might wear that we could possibly leave find it.
Nice. Thinking like a Lasombra. I love it. All right, let's do the second one first here, because I feel like that's the easiest one for you to do. Let's do you're gonna do for me, and I can use the bot if you'd like. Let me pull that
Just
up
tell me
here.
what my...
Yeah, if you got it all there, I'm thinking that's gonna be an intelligence, and I'm gonna say politics check, because I feel like politics doesn't come up enough. So that's 7 dice. Let's roll for everyone's hunger real quick. All right, I'm just gonna go through. Let's just go through here as I always do. We're gonna do Lillian. We'll do Nova, Darcy. Who am I missing here? We're missing Maya. And I'm missing something. Who am I missing? Lydia. Oh, how could How could I forget you? Oh, all right, so
Another
let's
L,
go.
darling.
Yeah, the other L. Okay, so Lillian, hunger 2, starting at hunger 2. Nova, hunger 1. Darcy, hunger... it got stuck in my little extra frill here, so hold on. Hunger 2. Maya, it got stuck in there again. All right, I just got to just do it that way. All right, Maya, hunger 1, and Lydia, hunger 1. All right. So, you're going to roll 7 dice, Darcy. 2 of them are hunger dice. Do you need me to take care of that, or do you got it?
Got it.
All
Yeah,
right.
Now, yeah. Whew. 3 successes. One of them is a 10.
Was that 3 successes and 1's a 10? That's fine. That doesn't matter so much. All right. We're gonna say the leader of the barbed wire freaks. Obviously, they tend to. It's a Zamitsi that literally does have barbed wire like wrapped into their flesh. So that might be a particular thing.
All right.
So. And then,
Yeah.
how did you want to keep them busy? What's your plan to keep them busy all night?
Oh, well, I figured through the normal nefarious means to slip them a message that old Darcy Montpellier is going to be outside of town, somewhere deep in the woods, meeting someone for some nefarious purpose. I have to make it enticing enough that they'll want to go see, and of course not too enticing that they believe it's a trap.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I like it. So we're going to do a manipulation plus subterfuge check. You have impeccable lies as a specialty. So that's going to give you 8 dice, 2 of which are hunger. Or no, wait, 7 dice. 7 dice. Excuse me. I'm terrible at math. It's the rock. That's funny.
It's the rock. That's gonna be your.
That's going to be my new excuse for the rest of the night. That's how I forgot everything. You know.
It's the Rock.
Yeah.
Don't bring Dwayne the Rock Johnson into this.
Oh, in defense, the thing that hit me was not that bad, but it was part of
I was
a,
gonna
of
say,
a spray
you go to the
of
hospital
rocks.
If it's that bad.
Yeah, it was a part of spray of rocks. I mean, so
4 successes.
4 successes. Any of them 10s?
None.
None. Okay. You feel like you have come up with a particularly convincing tale that might get their attention. I'm going to, I'm going to go ahead and roll in the bot real fast. They're gonna. Well, I'll make sure I do this right because I always mess it up. There we go. We'll give them. They're not exactly known for being particularly smart. So let's see. They're not going to roll very well. So that being said, they got 3 successes, but not enough. So I will say you feel like you kept them busy for a little bit. The whole night, you don't know. But, you can keep them off your tail, off snooping from you for a little bit. So I feel like that's the halfway. So that's what you did the night before. Anything else you want to add? Or do you think that's good?
Little snippets of barbed wire that I can pepper about the place.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah. I assumed you got that. Cool. You've got the barbed wire in case you need to leave anything implicating them. Awesome. Anything else from our Sabbat pack that we would do the night before? All right. Well, here, as I realize as I'm looking at something.
Can I ask what happened to the person we rescued last game? Maya?
Oh, Uriel.
Yes.
That's a good
well,
question.
yeah. So I guess the question is, what did you? There you go. So you have Uriel. Do you want to talk to him? We could have a brief scene with that. That being said, you're holding the grandchild of the Reckoner. I'm not sure how you want to hold on to him. So that's right. So last episode,
Very
catch
gently.
yeah, you guys had saved the grandchild of the Reckoner, a very frightening Banu Hakim elder who has murdered your hellhound. So yeah.
Oh,
So-
Barry Zool.
That's also, yeah.
So What do we do with Uriel, Maya?
Um,
I think
Uriel's
Nova has a
cautiously
question. Nova, what's your
not
question?
stay-
I don't want to like bogart what Maya's going to be doing, but if at all possible, Nova would like to talk to Uriel. Maya can do her thing first.
No.
And if
same time.
if Uriel's still there, then
Yeah.
maybe yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, same time,
Sure,
time.
sounds
in
good. Yeah.
tandem.
I did not dress for Uriel, but that's okay.
Imagination.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, match.
Well, he'd probably be borrowing something since he was flagellated within an inch of his life.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, he is crippled, near final death. You
I would have
have
taken care of that. I would
Um,
not let
he-
him bleed out.
well. So to do that, you would have to feed him, and feeding a Banu Hakim your vitae is not
I wasn't
is
gonna do
dangerous.
my
Okay, well
vitae.
then he is on the verge of death. That is the only thing that can heal them.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could
well,
make him look better before he,
I mean,
crippled.
does it? How? Who? Okay. So Nova knows nothing of this, but is Uriel's vitae addiction so much that he can't feed on humans? Because we could just snatch and grab.
yeah.
That would be something you probably don't in character know. But let's go ahead real quick. Let's take the Sabbat pack real fast. You guys have absconded. We will say that De Winters is not here because she is keeping the Reckoner busy by talking, hopefully, to give you guys just enough time to do something before the Reckoner may come to reclaim his grandchild. So, let's go.
Well, Maya, I know that you have a particular palate,
Yes.
and I don't want to interfere with that. So there's not much more I can do for this one here without.
Well, there's always a possibility that he can drink regular vitae. You need to ask him. Can you talk? Is the question.
He's going to look up at you and is barely able to get any words out.
Huh.
Can you manage to nod or shake your head? Humans, yes. Humans, yes.
There you go.
Hey, not a problem.
Snatch and grab.
Gotcha. We'll gloss over that particular part because I do want to get.
Yeah,
I want
that's
to
fine.
get more. No, yeah. So you are able to give him enough vitae that he is able to speak. So some of his wounds will seal close, and then he will be a little bit more aware.
Good. I can help just bandage up and make sure that he's not losing any additional blood. And
They don't.
just
You don't
that.
really bleed like that, so.
True.
What do you
Nova,
want?
if you have any questions, get them out now.
Oh, yeah, I have a lot of questions. How much do you know about your great grandsire and who they used to be?
Not much. I simply know asking about him tends to get his attention. And my grandsire's attention is something you either need or you avoid.
Well, according to... Refresh my memory, Adam. De Winters said to the Reckoner that Nova is how the Reckoner used to be.
I don't remember that specifically, unfortunately. So
Okay.
I don't remember specifically what De Winters said. I'm sorry.
I'm going with that because that's
Sure.
how I remember it.
Cool, yeah. It was a stressful moment. You could
It
misremember, so that's okay.
So, I'm sure you know who De Winters is. She and I saw your great-grandsire and said that the stranger's interest in me was similar to how the stranger used to be interested in the reckoner, and something to the effect of, I'm like what he used to be. So I'm just not in a good place with that. Can you shed any light?
Unfortunately, K-Knight, I cannot. My interaction with my grandsire is very limited. He is revered at the mountain, known for his skill. I am proud to be a part of his lineage, but that is all I can tell you. If I knew more, I would not tell you, for fear that if I was wrong, he would kill me, and I would rather die with honor at your hands than dishonor at his.
I mean, I'm not gonna kill you. Just don't make my blood boil.
I will do my best. You have saved me. As such, I owe you a debt of honor, but there is only so much I can do to repay it now. So speak, K-Knights, what is it that you wish of me? You risked a great deal to save me.
We risked a great deal to save you because your great-grandsire was present and really did not want the entire building to die in the process of your death as well.
More specifically, the Shadow Kings, but yeah, the rest of the Canaanites there too.
Well, I'm grateful for your assistance in freeing me. While I can say little of your ilk, you have violated many of the laws of Hakim, and judgment shall be found upon you, but it does not need to happen today.
I have a quick question. Do you know anyone going by the moniker of the Demon?
Not specifically, I will be honest. It is a very general pronoun.
I was told to find the Reckoner by my sire, who died before giving the message that this message must be delivered to him. So that's the reason of not wanting to exactly piss off your ancestor and saving you to see if you know more information.
Well, I will pass the message along to him, gladly, since it was by your efforts that my unlife was spared. If you seek clemency or leniency, from what I understand of the Reckoner, he does listen from time to time. None of you are Tremere, I assume.
Oh, good God, no.
No.
Then I say your odds of survival just went up dramatically.
The message is from Grendel the Wise, if that will ring any type of bells to him. Mentioning my name will not, probably.
And I will gladly bring it to him. I will consider it part of my debt to you.
Did anyone else want anything from him before? Well, do you know where to go? Or should we just keep you here until he picks you up?
If he was already here, then he is no doubt watching, or is at least aware of my presence.
As a point of interest, he's not still bound up, is he?
I assume you guys. If you untie him, cool. Yeah, all right. Then I'll stop doing the hands behind the back thing. All right, cool.
No. I would have let him go. Sit in a chair, or at least on like a table, just like however he's comfortable.
Well, if your grandpappy might be outside watching us right now, the front door's right over there. You're not our prisoner. You're a free canine just like the rest of us.
You're more than welcome to rest a little if you need to before you leave.
Thank you for the invitation, but I will respectfully decline. Do you have your hand up?
I do. It's a thing. Just a quick question, seeing as how you are a lot older than I am, respectfully. So, how do you fight someone in a dream? And win, like in real life? Is that a thing that can happen?
That is something for the viziers, and I am not. But I would say visualize yourself winning, perhaps? The ability to take a life is easy. Having the willpower to do it is an entirely different thing.
Fair.
Want it more, it's just how it narrows down to.
Okay. I will hope I dream when I go to sleep in the morning.
Thank you, K-Knights, for my rescue. I will deliver that message to the Reckoner. And
Thank you.
the tale of your harrowing rescue.
Do you want a snack before you go? I made sure there's bags in the fridge.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Again, you have been most gracious hosts. So he
Little
will...
Southern hospitality.
And he will exit and then vanish into the night. Which will bring us to Sunday dusk, as you all are awakening and getting ready for the Elysium. So I hope you all have some cool names come up for yourselves. The display will still say your characters' names, but, hope you got something.
Yep.
So I'm going to let you guys roleplay your plan and how you intend on going about this, and then we'll get to Elysium. Let me know if you have any questions. Go ahead.
Okay, first and foremost, Nova, do you have a single radio-controlled car anywhere?
I mean, I might have done some shopping. I don't have to use them.
Please, darling.
Please do? Okay.
That is not what I said, child.
It's what I heard.
I will find the reset button on your brain if I have to.
You can find it.
That's not very nice.
Darling, you don't become the Duchess of a pack for being too nice. Now,
I didn't say too nice.
the plan as we have it, Lydia, how are your, shall I call them, assets? Emphasis on the ass.
I'm so sorry. I thought you had more to that question. What was it? How what?
How are your
Gotcha. How are plans? Sorry.
Yeah.
That's the audio processing.
He's asking about the distraction, darling.
Yes. Sorry. And that was out of character. I just genuinely didn't process it. I'm sorry. Well, he said he would be there with his distraction, whatever that may be.
I swear to God, if I have to see a naked man running up, I'm going to be real upset.
Avert your eyes if it should happen, but I mean, it's not the worst in the world.
My
Did he
comp
not?
plan is quickly eroding.
Did he not tell you exactly what he was going to do? Just that he was going to do a thing?
He said 7.
I think the fact that a spiral Black Spire Dancer is going to be there is quite the distraction already.
We can only hope so. So, question becomes, are we sending just our little Nova inside?
No.
No.
All right, then. What team is going in? Volunteers?
Well, I do like to mingle. Getting some intel would not be the worst outcome.
Of course not. But some of us have a little more infamy attached to our names than others. I'm afraid, regardless of what face I might put on, they would be able to
Suss you out.
I've
Yeah.
got quite the reputation amongst those campires.
Then get your face changed.
Yeah, tried that one time. You know those Premier you're ever so hateful of? See, one time I see him thrown out to everybody. Watched Zimmercy turn right back into a monster, just like that. Of course, it didn't last much longer than that. Came a little pile of ash.
I do very good work, Darcy.
I think the accent might give him away.
Indeed.
In addition to the fact that he won't appear on any electronic mediums or mirrors.
Yeah.
That is well. Perhaps it's best you wait a distance away.
There's an idea I like.
Recon.
Now, problem we will have is communication. Once you all go in there, anybody who's not in there is not going to know what's going on. And when you're in there together, communicating may not be the easiest thing we can do. Now, unfortunately, my particular quirks make electronics crapshoot. But I have my Nokia brick phone. Only mostly covered in blood. I can clean that up.
Well, I mean, we can always send a text your way if things go a little haywire, or if you need to be updated.
How are we going to get the tablet out once the distraction stops?
Really fast.
People
Sure.
will be.
Brilliant. Thank you, Nova.
Welcome.
I think people will be alarmed at best with whatever it may be that quite exactly happened. So we just go with the chaos.
Well, as you may or may not recall, we expended a little bit of power and influence to get the floor plans for this alleged Elysium. And, boy, I tell you, doggone, I can't find out where they might be putting this thing. There's so many rooms on this map.
That being said, it would make that a little easier for you to hide somewhere, Darcy, because you now know every nook and cranny.
Yeah, I haven't quite mastered the ability of moving through the shadows, but there's a back door, too, I might be able to swing through.
You'll get there.
The real issue is that we do not know the size of this. We apparently will know what it looks like when we see it, but how big is it? If it's small, I can most likely just smash it and leave. But if it's large or a person, then it's a whole nother topic.
Is our goal to destroy it?
Well, I certainly hope not. It's the only thing that's going to get that Inquisitor off my back.
Oh, I thought she said smash it. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with my hearing tonight.
All right, darling, it's all right. She said snatch it. That is an extra point, Maya. Is it big enough that Mother Lillian can just press it inside of herself and hold on to it? Or is this going to be a two-man operation hauling that son of a bitch out there?
Well, assuming it's small enough, then I can handle it or Mother can handle it. But if it's large, then what?
May have to break a hole through a window or two. Possibly a wall.
I have a train on my dress.
Real
Stick it
quick,
on,
Darcy.
drag it on.
Darcy, you have Shadow Cloak, which will give you 2 dice to sneak around, by the way.
Oh,
Just was like, I thought you could control shadows. Turns out you can, and it specifically gives you a bonus to sneaking around.
well, that's partially why I imagine I'll be sorting around somewhere in the back, away from the rest of the congregation. Just in case something goes wrong, we can have a little blackout and then cut and run.
That works.
Also, if things get too terribly out of hand, we can just all point them at the Lupin and just have him give a go. He's probably better at absorbing damage than we are.
Could you point out at least 2 routes for us to exit through the back?
Well, there's a couple rooms here, only got 1 door in and out, but they look like they might be exits, so it's a little tricky. You got to watch yourself going through here. But it looks like if you cut through the main power room or the main pump room, both of those have emergency exits, end out in the same alley, about 50 meters apart. Now, here's the other thing. Once we cut out of there, if we get out of there messy and loud, we can't come straight back here.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do, everyone. We could sit here all night and come up with a bunch of different plans, but we're gonna cut to the drama. So, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna have an intelligence and leadership test by Darcy. So that's gonna give you 6 dice. I like the roleplay, so I'm gonna give you a bonus dice. You have the, you were able to secure the plan, so I'm going to give you 2 more dice. That's +3. Intelligence and leadership, 6. So you're going to roll 9 dice. 2 of them are hunger dice. And what's going to happen is for every success you guys get, there's going to be a pool of dice that you can pull from during the infiltration. And that will just mechanically represent your planning. So then we can get straight to the action. Boom, 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 but this will give you some bonuses when it comes to your planning.
I like it.
Thanks, Lydia. I do my best.
Adam,
All right.
you're not gonna.
Say what?
You're not gonna. Well, no, I take that back. You're gonna love this.
Okay.
I have 4 successes.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them are messy crits.
So you have 4 successes and 2 of them are 10s?
On my hunger dice.
Gotcha.
Both
So,
on your hunger die?
Yup.
well, it doesn't matter. Once you have 1, it's enough. So that's actually... So if you have 4 successes and 2 10s, that actually becomes 6 successes, but a messy crit. So I love it. We get 6 bonus dice. However, all of these dice will represent your beast taking over. So anytime you guys use these dice, it's going to just be a little bit more bloody. Because you made this plan just like a Sabbat pack would. With all the subtlety.
Of a sledgehammer and a turnip.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, all right. So that being said, I just knocked something. Let me move us over here. We're about ready. Ooh, I see it now. As I'm sitting here trying to find the music. Sorry, everybody gets to listen to it. There we go. I'm going to turn that up a little bit. It's so quiet. This is. There we go. Sorry, everyone. Just getting the music just right as I do my best. It's probably a little quiet, but that's okay. And now we return to Elysium, where this all began. You guys pull up, I'm sure in a different vehicle, not sure. Jesus Chrysler. With the exception of little less, there we go.
Find something less ostentatious.
Well, yeah, I'm sure something in black of course.
Yes.
You guys will arrive. Nova, I will assume, taking point, because the important thing to remember about Mother Lillian, Lydia, Maya, you have never once walked into a Camarilla Elysium, much less had too much of a conversation with one. For the first time in a while, you guys will not be giving lessons to Nova. Nova will be giving lessons to you. Which is partially why you chose her for this. Or why she was chosen by the Inquisitor. Who knows, it's kind of hard to keep track of who's playing who in this deadly game of vengeance and Vaulderie. As you walk into these marble halls again, Nova, you see things a little differently now. That ghoul attendant that approaches you with a crystal glass full of blood. Before you saw smiles, now you just see this detached, lifeless thing. It gazes at you and smiles. But you know what it is. It is a pawn. And part of you pities it for all the monstrosity of the people that leave behind you. They don't do this. They don't leave this poor man, this hollowed existence of giving you blood. Do you take the blood that's offered?
Take it.
You do?
Yeah.
All right. Mother Lillian, Maya, Lydia, do you take the blood that is offered?
Take but don't drink.
Gotcha.
I'll pantomime it, but I'm not drinking it.
Sounds fine.
I'll take it. Be a little surprised at like how quick it was offered once we walked in. And sniff it a little bit, but don't drink quite yet.
Gotcha. And you enter the Elysium proper. I have no idea what just crashed behind me. Please give me 1 second.
Elysium crashes to the ground.
That was probably Darcy coming in the back door.
Oh yeah.
I got stuck. What the hell?
You should be a little bit more gentle there, Darcy. It is the back door after all.
As a general note to Maya, Lydia, and Mother Lillian, and we can parse this out with Adam when he comes back. But essentially, Nova would have been like, "We're gonna be from the court of Prince Marcus Vitel in DC because you don't question Marcus Vitel. He's
Sorry
terrifying."
about that, everyone. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear the...
Yes.
I have no idea what caused that. It was not my 3-foot lizard. So, that's good. I think it was the cat knocking something off of that. So, all right. Sorry about that, everyone. Yeah, anyway, where was I?
We were entering Elysium. We had gotten bloody glasses.
I like Apacho says, the Black Spiral Dancers arrive. Yes, boom. Slamming through my backdrop. That would be awesome if I just had some dude just jump like, ah, darn. Next season, guys. Next season. All right. Sorry to kill that moment. Look, I was doing a good job setting it up too. Yes, whispering dark, terrible things, and then, well, all right. Let's, okay. You were offered blood, and you entered the Elysium proper. All those familiar feelings coming back. And we will see, and now we'll introduce everyone else. Outside of the cast, you will see before you, everyone, there is, of course, the smattering of attendants about. And you are all here. You will see, of course, Anna, Nova, the Bruja who passed as a harpy, Wilhelmina, the strange Malkavian, and now that there is a new individual. He has attendants about him, but he dismisses them. He seems to, in a way, relish, or we'll see, the idea of being around the rest of you. And the note to everyone else. Everyone's faces here are different. While Nova, unfortunately, there's only so much we can do to change Rachel's face. Rachel does not look like Nova. This is some strange new kindred that has come to visit. And Anna, why don't you go ahead and take the lead?
It's Anne. But
It's Anna now. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you. It's the rock in the house falling apart behind me. That's what it is.
Anne approaches Nova and holds out a hand. Oh, it's lovely to meet you. I see we have a bunch of new faces. I'll go ahead and just mark down a trivial from each of you. I'll put you on the docket for tonight. Can I get your names? Or let me rephrase. What are your names?
Well, my name is Magnolia Breland, and it's just so wonderful to be in your tiny little town. It's so cute.
quaint,
I love it.
isn't it?
It's precious.
Lovely. And who else do we have here?
Well, I will let my companions introduce themselves.
Delilah Rose.
I'm Rose.
I would just like to say that what the heck? Why do Mother? No, I just need to say, Mother or Emperor and I just keep using. We're like on this wavelength because I also have a name. Anyway, sorry.
Just let that be in character. Be like, also.
All right, continue.
Sorry, I was just like, what the heck? I will stick my hand out, I guess. If that's how Anne greeted.
Yes.
Hello, Darla. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The pleasure's mine, I'm sure. Mariah Farad, pleasure to meet you. Pleasure. Yes, lovely. If you come this way, we've got brochures over there of the night's festivities, if you will. We've got some just. You guys seem like you've been here before. I don't think I need to give you the whole spiel, but let me know if you need anything. The seneschal is unavailable, as is the prince, so I guess I'm in charge tonight. As in charge as I can be, at least.
Well, this is very informal for an Elysium. Your prince isn't even in attendance? Wow.
I didn't say that.
This sounds like a great time for Mr. Corvus to come over, anxiously greeting everyone. Or I will... greeting. I should not put adjectives in Mr. Corvus's description. And I will let you, Mr. Corvus, begin to roleplay.
Is Anne aware of who I am?
Now, you know what? Why not? Let's just go with it. Have fun. Have
As
fun.
I said, His Highness is unavailable. I didn't say he wasn't here. I said he is not available.
I'm sure.
Ah, Mr. C.
Um,
Come, meet these new arrivals.
Audibly, Magnolia will turn to her compatriots and do like a stage whisper. Prince Vitel would never allow something like this to happen, but this is a different city after all. We need to be a little bit patient with them.
When Mr. C approaches, within about 10 steps of him, there are two other individuals just eyeing the situation. And I will let Mr. C continue.
Thank you, Harpy.
Of course. She will introduce everyone in turn.
Of course. And you're from where?
Washington, D.C., the proud court of Prince Marcus Vitel. I'm sure you've heard of him.
Are you familiar with Elder Raymond?
Elder Raymond.
Oh.
Do you have a surname to go with that?
Yes, it's Elder Victress Raymond.
Would Nova have heard of that?
I don't know, but let's find out how well you can lie about it.
Hmm.
Let me...
I don't know.
Roll.
All right, you're going
No,
to
like,
give me a manipulation plus subterfuge check. That is 5 dice for you. Do you need me to use the bot, or do you got it there?
nah, I got it.
Your hunger currently, Nova, is
It's
only
1.
1. Yeah.
Woo! That is, so I got 2 crit, so that's
So you got 2 tens, 4
successes.
Ooh,
5, 6.
gotcha.
6 total.
You know what? We're not even gonna have Mr. Corvus roll. Regardless of whatever you say, he's going to seem to accept it, whether or not it's the truth, or he doesn't know, or whatever. We'll let that happen. Mr. Corvus has yet to completely introduce himself, though.
Raymond, of course. I am so embarrassed that I didn't even recognize the name off the bat, but you know how things are with travel nowadays. But
It is
yes,
likely that he hasn't been around.
unfortunately, but things in Washington, D.C. are so busy.
There is great tumult, yes.
The head of this proud country. But anyway, I apologize. Very remiss of me not to ask your name.
Elder Corvus.
Elder Corvus. Enchanting.
Thank you.
You can use your full title, Mr. Corvus.
I am the Justicar for Clan Tremere.
A Justicar?
It's so kind of him to grace us with his presence. Come all the way here to what? How did you say? This tiny little town?
Your cute little town.
So quaint. Yes.
It is so adorable. I love it. But yes, being a Justicar, I mean, you're not just stuffed down in this little town. You got a whole region to manage. Please tell me you have plenty of Alistairs to take all that nasty, tiny business off your hands.
I have very capable assistants to take as many things off my hands as I require.
Amazing.
The 2 men behind him will kind of flex at the reference to them.
Very impressive.
How long do you plan to be here? Yes.
Well, we just came in to show our respects, and I must say, this auction is very intriguing, and, well, I do love a good event, so I couldn't miss it.
Wilhelmina, you can enter the scene whenever you wish. Continue,
Is there
Mr.
something
Corvus.
specific that you wish to bid on? I'd hate to go against you if it's so precious to you.
Oh, that is just so very kind and hospitable and chivalrous of you. I truly, truly do appreciate it. I have heard some rumors about a little mysterious object. Granted, I don't know how much of that is through the kindred grapevine or how much of it is fact, but rumors will be rumors. I'm sure the harpy will know everything about rumors.
I'm sure I don't know
will
what
come
we're
in. Wilhelmina will come up and is like, and I'm sure you know all about rumors, seeing as you have such a capable harpy out there in DC.
Incredible.
What is their name again?
Oh, is Cone.
Remind me, I'm from such a tiny town.
Well, you know, Cone. Every rose has its thorn.
And every
Indeed.
however the song goes.
Cowboy sings a sad song.
That's the one. Thank you. I knew I could count on you.
Yes, I'm sure, Mr. Corvus, being a Tremere, you must know Mr. Rose.
Elder Corvus.
Oh,
Thank
I do apologize.
But please,
Please.
Elder Wilhelmina, please, and I'll introduce everyone in turn, starting with Elder Corvus.
It's a pleasure, of course.
Right.
And how do you fare? And she gestures to the rest of the Sabat party. I'm trying. Very quiet. Is our little town.
Forgive me, I was looking over your brochure. I was quite distracted.
Yes, you'll notice each one of the auction items listed there, and suggested starting bidding prices, all the necessaries.
Very well organized.
Yes.
Forgive me for my silence. I do prefer to take in my silence.
We've been given one mouth and 2 ears so that we can perhaps listen twice as much as we talk.
Very wise words.
And another person will approach. Am I interrupting?
Never.
I'm not
Please.
certain if everyone got the opportunity to meet me. I am Dante. I am going to be auctioning, I would say, one of the prized possessions here tonight.
Only one? Must be
Well,
special.
I certainly hope so. So I've been told. Everyone's been looking for it.
Oh,
It's the
please,
only
son.
one that matters.
Say again, Wilhelmina? I'm sorry.
I said it's the only one that matters.
Oh, I don't know. That sword over there looks mighty interesting.
Well, I would love to be sold on it if you don't mind.
You would like to what?
Be sold on it.
The sword? Or...
Be sold on it.
This, do you want to be sold on the sword or what I've brought?
I would like you to explain it to me.
Oh, yes, but I was being playful, as in,
Sell the idea.
yes. Well, I don't really know much about it. Apparently, from what I'm told, it is an ancient fragment of some kind. I'm not even sure its actual name. My patron was so kind enough to find it actually here in this city. Apparently, someone was killed and their items were, in a way, just scattered to the wind. And I happened to, or more my patron, came across them. So if you don't want it, or don't know of it, then maybe that's not for you. The sword, though. The sword is rather pretty.
I do like pretty things.
Well, thank you.
I don't know that I'll necessarily need to be sold on the virtues of the sword. When he says that, he stares pointedly at the new people.
Oh. And someone as illustrious as you, Justicar, your grace, you would not need... Oh, that's okay. Oh, pops in and out. It happens. You would not need to be sold on the item that I am selling. Or my patron is.
And you know nothing of this item that you're selling that your patron has given you, just that it's possibly valuable and others might want it.
Well, you're all here, aren't you? That being said, I've seen it. It's in a very peculiar black box. Seems to be made of some sort of obsidian, or so I can guess. I am not a geologist, but I do know pretty things. Perhaps when the clock strikes midnight, as my patron has asked, if you're in the running, you can have a look at it. After all, my patron knows enough not to cross enough people in this room. You're going to get what you pay for. That I've been assured of.
I don't believe I caught the name of your patron.
I like you put me on the spot right there. I love it. Okay.
all right.
Let's see. That's okay. Hold on.
Not relevant to the
Demeet. Yeah. No. Well, I will tell you.
If you pay me a boon, I might remind you of it.
Oh no.
I'm joking, of course. It would only be a trivial.
Demetrius
Hey,
Rex.
Adam.
Yes.
Lucian.
Lucian. Demetrius Rex. From what I'm told, I've only met him a few times. An elder of some merit. You must understand. I am but a neonate who's been lucky in lucky enough to be placed in this position.
Lucky shirt. Or...
Yes, I do enjoy meeting so many illustrious kindred, but some of them, their reputation precedes them, and it is hard to look certain people, certain kindred in the eye and tell them no, knowing full well that they are a little bit more older than I am.
Such is the way in life.
It is indeed. And what is... did I catch everyone's names? We all went through quickly. Oh, we did, yes. Oh, well, yes. And Nova, what did you say your character's name was again? Magnolia?
Magnolia Breland.
Well, Magnolia. Are you here looking for what my patron has put up?
Well, I think I just might. I heard a little trickle down rumors about something mysterious going on, and my darling, you are tickling my fancy with those stories.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Your compatriots seem rather quiet.
I mean, I am a Toreador. We are the life of the party.
Indeed, I do try to be.
Well, I just found a, and I hope you'll pardon the pun, a kindred spirit in you.
Oh.
Why, thank you. That one was good. I like that.
Someone get me more. That was.
Well, thank you kindly, Dante.
Speaking to Tommy, the Justicar will look pointedly and directly at you and say, "I'm sorry I didn't catch your name." Yes.
Mariah.
Mariah.
Yes. Staring directly at him as well.
The fabric is excellent. I like the weight and texture of it. It lies well upon your head.
Thank you.
I have a particular fascination and fondness for luxurious fabrics.
Don't we all?
So, Wilhelmina will come up, fascinated by the fact that Magdalena.
No, Magnolia.
Magnolia Breland.
Magdalena's not here.
No, Magdalena's not.
Whichever you are.
It's Magnolia. I'm delicate and
Magnolia.
fragrant like the flower.
What a beautiful flower you are. And Mina will hook arms in hers and will start walking off, just talking like, and you must tell me, is it true about Cynthia? She really decided to talk to William.
William.
I mean, how could she choose such a child? And they're just gonna chat and walk off.
And a businessman too. I mean, I get it. They are true, but still, I mean,
I love it.
Be any more cliche?
Ghastly.
Horrendous.
I'm gonna lean in to Dante and say, I would like to know about the sword too, if you know more.
Well, from what I know about it, it's Damascus steel, so thus forged in Damascus. It dates around, I think, hold on, he looks down at, I want to say, just by looking at it, probably around, I guess we'll put it around 50 AD, not too long after the crucifixion of Christ. Lots of we like to demark things by the deaths of very important religious figures, do we not?
We do.
Of course.
Fortunately.
Yes. I'm told, though, it is potentially a favored weapon of the Banu Hakim. That is what I'm told.
My.
Yes.
What type of sword is it?
We're gonna say it's just, and now I'm sitting here. Yeah, sure. It's totally legit. I don't know what kind of sword do you guys think it should be.
Well,
Scimitar?
where is it from?
Sure.
Scimitar.
Wait, what was no? I liked whatever Corvus said sounded cooler. What was it?
Scimitar.
Scimitar. Okay, there you go. Just I guess for
Too.
Hey, what? In defense, you were all being piped through the same sound right here, so you all are mono, and it goes on top of each other. So scimitar. There we go. Yes. A bit old, but I believe. Yes, I believe this comes from. This is on loan from my patron. Initially from. He will indicate the Justicar, the Tremere.
I will say, though the sword is old, all the best things in this room are. It's the way of things.
You are very, very right.
Are you attempting to curry favor, Harpy?
I wouldn't possibly dream of it. What would you take me for?
A hobby.
That depends.
And with that, ding, ding, the chimes at midnight. That being said, before we get to that, Darcy, are you still there? All right, Darcy, what have you been doing while this is happening? I don't want to neglect you here. So are you... And the answer could be just waiting patiently. I'm just, want to know what you're doing.
Well, I would imagine that from my floor plans that we had, I would be exploring possible escape routes, seeing where some of these storage rooms are, and maybe by some stroke of luck, happening upon where these items might be kept. Although, honestly, I'm not going to go looking for them necessarily right now. I am mapping the best way out of here, seeing where any resistance might be put up. And,
Gotcha.
making sure that if we can make a clean getaway.
First things first, let's do the most important roll. Let's do a dexterity plus stealth plus 2. So you're going to be only rolling 4 dice. Unless you want to borrow some of your 6 dice of planning.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, cool. So you're rolling 4 dice, 2 of which are hunger, and let's just see how sneaky you are.
3 successes. Amazing.
Oh, well, luck is with you. Thank God for those shadows. You do, just looking at your general overall skill at sneaking, thank God you are adept from moving shadow to shadow. I'm going to roll because you're going to be activating this power here. Let me see here. You do succeed at your rouse check, so your hunger does not increase. So down these various hallways, you cause the shadows to stretch as you move from one shadow to another. There is... On the outskirts of the building, as you get closer to the outskirts, we'll just leave it there, there are not many guards. As you get further in the interior, though, the guards go up. Not too many, but there is one creature roaming the hall. He is dressed in a leather jacket, and he kind of has this feral look about him. And he will every now and again walk by and sniff at the air. But
He's
seems
a
to... By his movements, he absolutely has to be. And he's like this close to the Elysium, if this is just some random mortal walking around. But that being said, it could be one of the black spiral dancers, but you feel like somebody, because this dude's just walking down the hall. Somebody would have said, "Hey, who the fuck are you?" kind of thing. So, but he doesn't seem to notice you. But he's kind of the like that's the guy that sticks out to you. If anyone's going to cause you trouble.
Does he seem to be kind of lingering about in one area?
He's kind of wandering around. Like he's just seems like he's just generally keeping an eye out for trouble.
So he's not running a predictable, pattern of patrol.
You know what? Hold on here. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for him, real quick. Let's just see if he ends up being particularly difficult to predict. I don't see that happening, but we'll just see here. Investigating's kind of what this guy does, so we're going to give him 2 dice, boom, 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 or 6 dice. However, we're going to say he tries to not be predictable, but the building prevents him from that. Like, it's just the layout. Like, there's only so much he can go, or he's just intentionally deciding to be inefficient.
Well, as my calculating the Sombra penchant, I'll make note of how long it seems to take him to go from one end to the other, and just make notes of patterns, lengths of time.
Okay.
Is it becoming kind of clear what Darcy's going for? Or?
Yeah, you're just keeping an eye out. Like, you're just trying to know your way out. Like, at least that's what I'm kind of gathering. And if you stumble upon anything, cool, but you're not going to just start kicking in doors looking for this fragment. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna save up the cool for when I really need it.
So you will hear the chimes at midnight. Ding, ding, and in a way, you're kind of like, you take if you could breathe, you would take a deep breath. From where you are, because we're going to say this building's ostentatious. It's got a nice flow to it. And you can see kind of in an overlook this wall of mirrors. You don't see yourself, obviously, but you see them. And suddenly, as you tilt your head, the mirror begins to shimmer, almost like a pool of liquid. And coming out of that, you will see a large claw reach out. And then another. And coming out of it is a massive 9-foot bat-like wolf. And that is where we'll go ahead and take a break, ladies and gentlemen. The clock has struck midnight. It is time to view the objects. And the black spiral dancers are here.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick 10-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. And that's where things will get interesting. So go to the bathroom, do what you got to do, refill your popcorn, and should probably pull up the thing, and I will see you guys in just a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to continue on with our exciting conclusion of Episode 7, Blood on Elysium, whatever I ended up naming it.
Blood on the dance floor.
Yeah, Blood on the dance floor. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, well. So, the chimes had started. Thank you, Shadow Fuse, for the cheers. I think that's what that is. I know. Party at 1,000 points. I have no... Cheered! Yeah, there we go. Okay, yes, thank you, Shadow Fuse, for cheering us. I know very little about Twitch, so I don't know what that does, but it looks cool. So, there we go. They just pay me to... They don't even pay me to be here. I'm just here. That's all. But thank you. That is awesome. All right. The chimes at midnight. We are back in the main Elysium. The lights will dim, not too much, but just enough for an effect. And up will step up Dante. Assembled kindred, welcome. My patron and I thank Prince Thorn and the Camarilla and his grace for being here and allowing him and myself to present many of the items here for you tonight. No doubt the attendants around will be collecting things, but many of you illustrious members and some of you up-and-comers are here for one thing, and one thing in particular. The fragment. Now, a lot of us have been coy with it. It's so much more interesting to call it just the fragment. But I thought I'd take this moment to opine upon it for just a second. They say that this fragment tells a story or a message, something that is so important that others would kill and fight for it, hence why many of you are here. But the fragment is not its name, it's simply part of it. There are several names for it, but I prefer one of my favorite. The Fragment of Moloch. Now, who is Moloch? There are many names associated. There's many people, kindred, Canaanites, monsters, demons associated with that. So who is Moloch? I will leave that to judge for yourself upon viewing the fragment. Oh. Well, let's take a look at our top bidders. Ah. Well, of course, Justicar Corvus, one of our top bidders. You will be invited to the viewing in just a few moments. And Magnolia? Thank you. The two of you at the top there is... The patron has given me the option of crossing off some names. The third one will just count that. Thank you, though, for your interest. If you have any concerns about his discretion, please bring it up with me personally. I hope I can alleviate some of your concerns. And with that, there is a sudden and loud shatter. And then a scream. What do we do?
Magnolia's gonna be like, is this part of some kind of surprise entertainment? The little tiny humans call it a flash mob.
No.
Actually,
No, it is
all the
not.
phones are going to go off simultaneously, and it's just going to say, now. I mean, all of the Sabat.
What's happening now? Your phones? Yeah.
I'm going to send a text that saying, it's on.
Yeah.
Mine's on vibrate.
Yeah, well, obviously, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a little bit of chaos that begins at this point in time. So you hear...
Justicar begins chanting low under his breath in Latin, and his cane looks like it's starting to glow a little tiny bit.
Oh no.
Nina's
So-
gonna do a Malkavian smoke bomb and just
Gotcha, Malkavian smoke bomb. That is always the good... That's how Malkavians live. This is some crazy
throw
shit.
something on the ground and run.
smoke bomb.
So you, that I was like above on an elevated area, kind of looking down.
Sure, yeah, I see. In my mind's eye, you were on the second floor of this, like, 3-floor kind of, like, museum.
Oh, okay. It's not like an open area that I can see down into, like a mezzanine or something like that.
So, yes. So, like, the way I see it is, like, there's kind of... So, we've got the, like, walkway, the whole main area, but they're inside. They're back here. You're looking over here, glass, and that's where the werewolves are coming from.
So
I guess the point I'm trying to make is would I have an opportunity, or would it be apparent to me that one of these dudes isn't running and is starting to glow, i.e. Justicar?
Oh, you can't see into the party.
Oh, okay.
You see the werewolves that they're attacking the lobby right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So you can't see this guy doing anything, but I still feel like you would to be like, oh yeah, the werewolves are here.
Okay.
That's our signal. Yeah. Yes, Nova, I saw your hand up.
I was gonna say if we still get the text, but then you said yes, we do still get the text.
I feel like, yeah, like he can clearly see the werewolves. He may not be able to see the Justicar, which I'm not sure what's more worse to him. At least he was expecting the werewolves.
Yeah.
So, what we will cut to what Darcy can see, 3 werewolves have stepped out of the mirror. One of them will leap up to the second floor where you are. It does not see you, but it will begin moving towards the main, where the Elysium is. And the other 2 will split off beneath, and you can hear the sounds of sickly howling and blood being spattered.
That'll make you smile a little bit instead of wince at looking at these monstrosities.
All right,
I'm sure.
so we're gonna go into the room. We've got Justicar Corvus is doing his magic. Anne, are you doing anything particular?
I am going to be signaling to the sheriff and the hound. I'm sure all of the necessary,
The beaters.
that I have been here. That they need to be. I need them to be. Other than that, I'm getting ready to fucking punch something until I hear the howl. In which case, I am scared and getting ready to punch something.
Gotcha. Mina, I heard you vanish. All right, that's how Malkavians live. Nova, what's your plan?
I'm still keeping my eyes on. I'm assuming we can see the box of the fragment, or
No,
is
he
it
has
in a
not
different
brought
room?
that out.
Okay, then Nova's gonna walk over. I'm running off the assumption that the other Sabat ladies are grouped together. So she's walking over to them and she's just going to say very lowly, "Don't let the werewolves eat the harpy. I want to do that."
I'm so.
Yeah, again, kind of like that.
Mother is just going to smile and play it off as being really scared at the noises that are going on. But you can see Mother's face. She's just gleeful at what you just said.
Lydia will, all right, Darla will lean in close and say, "That is, sorry, where was my mind going? She's all yours. Just make sure you get into that room, and the Justicar doesn't." Where's Dante?
That's what I'm. Yeah, that's where I'm going because I was chatting him up before, anyways.
I'm sorry, I got a secret message from one of you. What did you say, Ember? I'm sorry.
Where is Dante? Because that's where I'm
So
going.
he is still on kind of the center of the stage, but as things are looking, as we're hearing sickly howls and shattering glass, as Toreador Butt's kind of like, "Oh no, what do I do?" And he's kind of taking a couple steps back, but doesn't seem to really have a direction that he's moving, other than like instinct says, get back up. Yes, Lydia.
I see him and I want to go over to him and change of plans, I guess, what I told Magnolia. I want to say in a very, I want to come up to him frantic and just be like, "They need to be safe. Where are they? You need to make sure they are safe. Come on, snap out of."
All right. Okay, so that's what you're going to say. Maya, what are you doing?
Try to urge him, this is an auction. There are some very, precious things happening here. He needs to keep them safe.
Okay.
You've been charged by your sire.
Right.
By your patron.
Are you all just like rushing Dante? Is that the plan, ladies?
I'm
I
not.
was going to, but if Lydia is, if I will
look.
I will just continue to act scared then.
No. I will turn over to Mother and give a pointed look to the group. We need to all be ready. I'm the one that can vanish and snatch, but
Yep.
everybody else needs to help.
Yes, Darcy.
So while all this is going on, my sole duty, unless something else occurs that would draw my attention away from it, is I'm keeping the corridor for our escape safe and clear, and kind of texting directions on, once they have it, where they should go to meet me, and then we get out of here together.
All right.
So this
Okay.
would be an ongoing thing that, unless something else would interact with me or require my attention, that's kind of all I'm doing until this is resolved.
All right. Tell me, what are you doing? I see we got the hands up.
Since Lydia is going to take over snatching duties, I'm going to then help Nova with the eating Anna duties.
Okay.
As a responsible Nalbana Hakim.
Okay, so are you guys telling me that leaves me to the Justicar? Hey now.
Well, we're not doing the Justicar right now. Justicar comes later.
We're not worried about him.
Okay,
Well,
I'm
the
like,
Justicar-
hey now, wait a minute.
The Justicar is doing some kind of weird magic shit that nobody really going
Yeah.
on.
All right. So I think I got enough to at least move things along a few seconds, or just move things to a next chance to make a decision. We could worry about rolls, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. So what's going to happen is, it sounds like Lydia is going over to grab Dante or be like, "Hey, we've got to make sure everything's safe." All right, cool. With that, the Justicar is free to act. Nova and it sounds like Nova and Maya are moving towards the harpy. Are you moving with?
No. So what Nova's intending to do is something that comes up of opportunity.
Gotcha.
And,
so you're
I'm not making any active moves towards Anne, but once that opportunity arises, going in.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. And Maya's hanging back with that, and Mother Lillian is keeping an eye on the Justicar.
Yep.
All right, cool.
I don't think it's anything that anyone would be able to see, but the Justicar uses blood of potency.
Oh.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think the only person that would in character understand that would be Maya. So
you can eat him later.
Yeah. All right. So a few seconds later, the main door will blow open in a ball of green balefire as one of the black spiral dancers will kind of just lunge in and grab the first thing it sees, bites it in half, slings what's left of its body towards everyone else. And the room erupts into chaos. I don't really need to narrate too much of what all of the NPCs are doing because that starts to get a little boring. The Justicar is going to... Justicar, what would you do before the second werewolf comes in? Are you going to... Tell me what you're doing, because I feel like you're going to steal a little bit of the focus here, and then the other question is, where does Anne fall down?
The Justicar is going to use Theft of Vitae on one, or if they're looking at him, then he'll use Dominate and force them to attack their allies.
You know, we're going to have you roll. I'm going to go ahead and roll for you, Justicar, because I like that. I like the Dominate play. Dominate play is always good. It's always a good, we can tell we've LARPed before. That's what you do. This is a giant kill box. Let's cause chaos so I can get away. Gotcha. All right. Let's see here. I feel like Justicar... You're going to be rolling 12 dice. Your hunger now is 3. Difficulty's 1. Boom.
Blood of potency, I don't know if that mattered. But
I'm just kind of, for you guys, I'm just kind of, it don't matter. Damn. You got 9 successes on your dominate check here. Now they're going to roll to resist. They're werewolves. They got a chance. Let's see here. Well, I'm just thinking, they've got some resistance here. We're going to give them just 8, though. They're only going to have 8 to resist. I'll give them hunger dice, but we're going to call it rage dice because, why not? Let's see what happens here.
Because lupine.
Yeah, because...
As well.
Yeah. Let's see here. Boom, boom. Oh, man, they did not do so well. All right, so what happens here? All right, so after a few moments... like I said, this is dramatic narrative time. This is as I just changed the music to something a little bit more action-packed a minute ago. There's, vampires are pulling out guns, boom, boom, but the werewolves are kicking ass, yada, yada. But one of the werewolves kind of gets close to claw at the Justicar, and he will look at it, and he'll say,
traitor.
Sick 'em, or whatever. Turn traitor. I love it. So he will... And then he will turn and start clawing at his friend, creating a ton of chaos. During this chaos, Wilhelmina will appear for just a moment to speak to Maya. And you have 10 real seconds to say it. And then after that, you will need to vanish unless you want to draw other attention. So go ahead.
Second hallway on the left, 3 doors down. Stop. Walk 1 more pace. Go through the wall.
All right. Cool. And so now we're going to go over to Lydia, who is convincing Dante. Let's go ahead and let's go. He's going to turn to you, Lydia, as you're kind of we need to protect the items. He'll after a moment, he's like, they're Magdalenas or the Justicars. Bring one of them. And they can take it, because he looks terrified.
Hold on 1 second.
Yes.
I'm looking up my...
I was going to say, while Lydia does that, Delilah will step up and say, I was interested in the sword.
What did she say? I'm sorry.
I was interested in the sword still.
Like, actually, legitimately.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm like looking at my feats, my whatever they call it, disciplines.
Gotcha. Do you need a quick summary of what they do real fast?
Do I have anything that can like help persuade him to bring us?
Well, he's already agreed. He just kind of asked either bring the Justicar or Magnolia.
Okay. And Magnolia's just hanging out, right?
Yes, Magnolia is pretending to be flabbergasted. Oh no,
Yeah.
werewolves.
Yeah.
That being said, it is still fucking terrified. They are 8-foot monsters just mowing everyone down.
They're in Krynos form. It's not good.
Yeah.
They were 9 feet a minute ago. This is weird.
I love that. I really do. But it seems like there is a little bit of a crisis going on, and those items are very priceless. You are put in charge of them. Maybe you should check on them.
So he like goes towards like the back door. He's like, "Bring her. Let's go."
Bring Magnolia.
Yeah.
Say you speak for me. Just say it.
Okay.
That's my sister.
I am her. What is like not like benefactor, but like a person in charge of like I don't know
Mentor. Just a
Sure.
mentor.
Financer?
I am her mentor. I can speak for this purchase.
Like a proxy?
There you go. He goes,
Yeah, there you go.
"Okay," and he begins, and he will lead you out the back. All right. So it looks like Ember. Were you going to say something or no?
I was gonna say I'm the money.
Okay.
So
Are you
if
going?
want-
Are you going with them?
Yep.
You're going with them. Okay.
Real quick,
Mhm.
I sent text to Mother, and I sent it as a message, but I don't know if she got it. Just
Not
says,
yet.
reach into your clutch and throw out the fragments of barbed wire I left in there.
Not a problem. Drop those as I'm leaving the room.
Gotcha. So the combat's going to begin at this point in time. I feel like I want to thank Caroline, Catherine, and Sam for joining us here tonight. But we're going to jump and focus a little bit more on just what the Sabbat's doing. Stick around. We're getting near the end. If you guys have a hot second, we'll go ahead and we'll get to talk to you guys here at the end. So, and as I realize, I like when I say things and I'm totally not ready to do it. So there we go. Transition. We'll go ahead and have those guys out of here. And then I'll cue that up since I brought it. All right. So now, just focusing on you guys. So we have at least two of you following Dante, Nova, and Maya still in the battle, and then Darcy in the side.
I know,
So-
we broke one rule, never split the party.
Oh, you guys have. All right. So
I think
We
okay.
Maya-
started split though.
Would you?
We started split. 'Cause
Yeah, you
Darcy
guys,
was
yeah.
Already, yeah. So
Yes, Nova. What's your plan?
How you said it was chaos.
Yes, I mean it is chaos. Yeah, there are two werewolves, and now they're fighting each other, and the Justicar is doing his best to, theft of vitae. Like he's doing some pretty cool magic shit. It's a little frightening. So one of the werewolves is not happy, and while he's getting clawed by his friend.
So is there enough chaos and distraction and whatever that I can?
Harpy snack.
Yep.
All right.
Take
You know
Anne
what?
to safety.
All right. Why don't you go ahead? How are you going to attempt to abscond with the Bruja Harpy?
Magnolia is gonna flit over to her and essentially be like, Well, I know I said some interesting things about your town, and I must apologize. I would like to not be here anymore, and I am of the understanding that you are a Bruja, so maybe you know how to make the situation a bit more safe. But I definitely would not like to be here right now, so can you just show me the way out? Guide me, please, 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 please.
Go ahead, give me a manipulation and subterfuge check.
That's 6 die?
Yes, I assume so. I can pull it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what my...
The lights will begin to flicker throughout the entire building, and then it will go pitch black.
I am going to spend... No, I got 3 successes.
3 successes? Okay. Anne will kind of look at you at first like now you're asking this question, bitch. But then it's finally like takes you to the side near one of the doors, and she kind of or near a wall, and she's gonna kick the wall in. And she's like, go out that way. And then that's when the lights go out, and you guys hear glass crack. And the emergency lights come on, and the Damascus sword is now gone.
I was gonna snatch that. It's fine.
So was I.
All right. And as the lights flicker again, you will see a shadowy figure with glowing red eyes holding the sword as it moves quickly, or is actually with slowly but with purpose towards the Justicar. And anyone that steps in his way, including Anne, will leap at him like, "What are you to protect his grace?" And within a quick slash.
No.
Oh, okay. You want to try to grab her? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not letting her go.
Gotcha. Go ahead. Give me a strengthless brawl check. Maya, what do you? You have strength. It came on your character sheet for free.
It is. What?
Maya, do you want to help?
Yes.
Gotcha. Go ahead, and you can roll 2. You can roll 2.
Adam, I don't have my sheet in front of me. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's fine. I got it.
I also need to roll.
All right. So real quick, Rachel, your strength plus brawl is 3 dice.
I am going to rouse the blood to get an extra die.
Sounds good. Tommy, your strength plus brawl is 4 dice. You stabby stab, not grabby grab.
Correct.
Thank you, Shadow Fuse, for another 100 points. 3 successes, I assume, because nobody here knows sign language, so they.
Yes.
Cat, I don't know what this cat is just meowing about. It is singing. It's the song of its people. All right, what did you get, Tommy?
I don't know, because you have to roll for me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Gotcha. I got you here.
Caroline, I hope you know I truly do love you.
We love you, and you're very delicious, too.
You're tasty.
We only ever heard we love.
All right, 4 successes. So the two of you are able to grab her so she does not leap towards the Reckoner and is not instantly murdered. Yeah. So with that, as everyone's leaving the main gathering where all the chaos is, the Reckoner is here, and he is lumbering towards the Tremere Justicar. Woo. Darcy. So while you're over there like, what the hell is going on? You hear a loud thud behind you. This is totally that horror movie moment where you're like, it's behind me, isn't it?
It's a thud. And kind of flit around as fast as I can, see what it is.
There is a werewolf with a claw mark across his face staring you down.
Is that mine?
Yes. Well, I mean, he doesn't know that, You are intimately aware of Rend and all of his features. This is just a werewolf to him.
So, Darcy, although on the inside, metaphorically shitting himself, is on the outside going to just be as cold and as detached as he normally is. And he's going to look up at him and go, I don't know if you knew this, cowboy, but the party's down there. I'm not with them. I'm not on your side exactly, but we had an agreement, as I understand.
It will hiss out. She said you talk too much. And then with that, there is a shattering through the door gets kicked out, and you will see the new faces of Maya and Nova dragging someone out.
Wait, what?
So the way I see it is they are now coming out of that previous scene, and they're walking in, dragging the harpy into where the werewolf and Darcy are. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to glance over my shoulder, and when I see them, I'll put my hand up behind me towards them as a motion to stop. I'm going to look this, I'm assuming 8-foot murder chainsaw made out of fur and meat. Look square in his one good eye. And then, now listen here. You think I'm scared of you? I can diffuse you with that notion right now. But if you want to go dance with the devil, lucky for you, I got my wingtips on.
I think Lydia's trying to say something to you, or rather, Ty is whispering to you.
Mention my name.
Say my name, say my name. So it's
Darcy. That just clicked with Darcy when he said she said you talk too much, and I went, wait. You know Lydia?
It will walk up and it just licks you on the face in kind of a silly way, and then steps over you and starts moving towards the gathering. And it is literally going to step over. It's going to step over Maya and Nova and the harpy that you all have grabbed. Yes, Nova, you have something to say.
Real quick, want to thank Nerds with Dice for rating our stream.
Thank you, Nerds with Dice, for rating. Thank you. Showing up during the action-packed werewolf chaos scene.
Also, do I need to roll to nom?
I mean, well, so the way I see it, you're dragging her out, and then you're like, oh, shit, that's an 8-foot monster. But it just walks over you like it seems to pay you no mind. And there's Darcy with, like, this slightly green saliva dripping off of his face.
I imagine he just licked my glasses and hat straight off me.
The way I see, you're like Vakeman from the Ghostbusters. Like, he slimed me.
Slime me.
I feel funky.
It smells like hate and dirty diapers.
You want to attempt Diablerie? All right. You know what? We're going to go ahead and roll up them Diablerie checks.
Let's do it.
There's definitely a moment. There's definitely a moment of pause with the whole werewolf thing, but
yeah,
why is it green?
Okay, so instructor on how to eat.
Oh,
humanity. Hunting.
Oh.
All right,
I'll pay.
Are you all right, Darcy?
I don't know if I'm ever going to be all right again. I just had a lupine lick me with what I can only assume to be infected mucus.
Why is it green? Oh,
You're
wait.
already dead.
I
It's
just
fine.
realized I don't have to talk in this voice anymore. Why is it green?
All right, goddamn.
How are you talking in that? Never mind. Don't do it right now.
She's mimicking you. It's cute.
It was a moment of inspiration. I don't know.
Not bad. Oh,
Yes,
All
it's
right,
very
hold on.
good, Nova.
I'm looking this up.
Thank
This
you.
isn't hyperlinked here.
I have to burn clothes when I get home. Oh,
Cities.
Just throw them out. Burn them.
I mean, yeah, honestly, burn them. I don't know if anything can come out.
is that a chunk of hair? Oh, good lord!
I mean, it's a dog. Don't they shed?
Is that your hair or
All right,
No,
its hair?
Diablerie, found it. All right, committing Diablerie to begin with. Yes. You have to immobilize, having incapacitated the target. I'm not going to worry about that. You can attempt to commit the final blasphemy. Yes, there we go. All right, so to do that, you must win a strength. You must win a number of strength resolve tests equal to the victim's blood potency. Gotcha. Well, we're going to say it's 3. Just going to throw it out there. So,
Love that.
Strength plus resolve, difficulty 3. So you've got to get 3 successes
Okay.
over 3 different
Talent
rolls
surge over and over.
to win a number of tests, difficulty 3. So there you go.
So I'm rolling strength plus resolve.
Yes.
How many dice do I have?
Ah,
Just remember,
yes,
I
yes.
don't have my sheet.
That's fine. And then strength plus resolve. You're rolling 4 dice.
Love that. Do I want to tempt the blood and go up to potentially 3 hunger?
Yes.
And
because
can I
you're
rouse
eating
the blood
anyway.
for this?
You're eating
Sure,
anyway.
yeah, why not?
Or you still have those 6 dice we have.
There you go. Diablerie was part of the plan all along.
Vaulderie is pretty bestial.
I mean, honestly,
mean-
for Nova, yeah. Okay. If anyone doesn't mind, I'm gonna tap into that extra die. Can I keep using it, or do I have to keep tapping into the extra die?
So you can. There's 6 dice in the center of the table that you guys can use as part of the plan. So you could use 2 now. You could use all 6 now. You could use 1 each time. It's up to you.
Okay. Sorry, for clarification, how many strength resolve rolls am I doing? I know it's difficulty of 3.
You're going to do 3 of them, and each
3 of
one
them
has a
difficulty
difficulty of
3.
3. Yes.
Okay. So then, would I need to use one of those pooled dice each time, or can I reuse it for each roll?
You can use 1 each time if you want, but you can't reuse them.
Okay.
Yes, you can't
So is
reuse them because
everyone-
each roll is taking 1 dice if you did that.
Is everyone okay with me using 3 of those 6 dice?
Yep.
All right.
This, oh yeah.
Okay. So, roll number 1.
Gotcha.
That is 3 successes.
All right. Roll again.
Roll number 2. That is a messy crit. Total of 5 successes.
Gotcha.
Oh, man. And roll number 3. I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say this because I got 1 crit and 1 bestial failure. So
So bestial failures don't matter unless you have no successes and the 1s or the skulls
Yeah.
on hunger dice. So that would just be like that doesn't do anything. You
That-
ignore
yeah,
1s
so
unless you
I'm-
have no successes.
I'm gonna spend a willpower and reroll 2 my die.
Yes.
Oh, love that. So that gave me a critical on my other die. So I have a pair of crits and the skull.
That's fine. Cool. All right. So here's what's going to happen. You are going to successfully diablerize. Yellow topic. Yellow topic. This is going to be equated to intimate acts and sex.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just that's kind of how Diablerie is, but I'm just checking with everyone.
Oh,
Yeah.
climb
So
on top of her and do what you gotta do.
yeah, that part is very yes.
Can I flavor it?
Yes.
Flavor.
Before doing it, Noah's gonna
Flavor
lean
it.
in real close to Anne, like nose touching, and being like, Nova sends her regards. And then bite.
Awesome. So yeah, there's this hardcore bite, and it is bloody. The arterial spray. You just dig in. Everyone is going to watch, kind of, I guess, in awe or horror.
Proud.
Proud.
You feel this strange feeling over your soul for a brief second, Nova, but that's gone for the second, as in literally after her soul is gone, she's essentially crumbling to ash in your body. You will like arc your back and you let out the loudest moan that anyone could possibly think of. You like grab Maya next to you and you just like convulse as the ecstasy of consuming another's soul begins to overpower your body. You have been dead not for very long, and I do not assume to know what Nova has experienced in her life. She may have been around the block before, but nothing in life and in undeath can prepare you for the
Hold
feeling.
a candle to that.
I am
of
not
that.
going to role play that sound because I don't
No,
want
it's-
to ban for inappropriate content.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. That being said, yellow topic, that is what happens with Diablerie. It's why it becomes so addicting. for some people. So it's the only way to feel that way. So after a moment, it doesn't go on for an obscene amount of time, but there is this kind of, I would say, out of all the chaos and that just last gasp, it feels like the world just goes silent. And of course you lose a point of humanity, but we won't deal with that in the moment.
Coming out of it, Nova's just gonna be staring off into nothing and being like, that's why you don't fuck with my sire.
So we'll cut over to Mother Lillian and Dante as he will heads down the hallway, and he kind of quickly leads you to this room that this is his black obsidian box. And he goes to reach for it and stops. I can't. I can only open it. I've been commanded to only open it for those who've won the auction, or those who have been considered for it.
A moment then. Mother Lillian will pull out her phone. Oh, sorry, Delilah will pull out her phone and text Miss Magnolia.
Magnolia Breland!
We need you here because he's been ordered to only open the box for you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does this order end with death?
What? Can anyone else open the door?
Yeah.
No one's tried. No one's tried to open the box.
And we
So
don't
he
really-
can't touch it. Like, he's kind of like dominate. He has a mental compulsion that will not allow him to touch it and open it for you. You can try to open it. Whether or not that's wise or what it'll open, that's a separate story that you don't know the answer to.
Right.
So if you ask him, well, it ends with death. If I die, I can't open it, but...
That was out of character, but
Okay,
sure.
gotcha. Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, my bad.
Well, here's how we'll be paying for this. And Mother Lillian will pull out bank details and routing number and whatnot and start scribbling stuff to make that look as legit as possible. I do believe she's on her way.
Gotcha. Are you guys moving? All right, so you guys are moving as quickly as you can. The chaos in the room is starting to subside, and you guys hear a loud howl like yelp. And followed quickly by another one. And it gets really quiet.
Well, it's about time I think we hurry. Sounds like the pop wrap.
I have a place to go. Get Nova out here. I have to run.
I need to get the box.
Also, your phone is ringing.
Go, let's move.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we're going.
All right, so who's going to the box? Everyone, or just Nova?
Nova and Darcy.
And Lydia.
Well,
I think
with
You guys are already there. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
never
What are you doing, Maya?
Maya's following the instructions that Mina gave her.
That will lead you right where they're going.
Excellent. Wonderful.
Gotcha.
Making sure.
Get these fangs on here.
love that.
Yeah, you know. So you guys will come in, and Dante will be trying to reach it. And then when he sees Nova, oh, thank Christ.
By the way, blood.
Well, that's not something I expected.
It was terribly frightful out there, and I may have accidentally bitten a werewolf, and I ran. Thank God you're here. Now,
I'm not sure.
my box. Let's get this open.
Hold on here. I'm rolling something.
Why?
That's a lot of dice.
Yes, indeed.
Why?
We can worry about that here in a second. All right, so
Why?
so he goes, because something's happening. He'll turn the box. You've been looking for this?
Well, I apparently won it.
Well. So with that, he'll kind of go,
I knew it.
I am done pretending now. You've been looking for this for some time. And the rest of you can't move. Looking for the fragment all along. Well, why don't you open it and see what it is, Nova?
You know, I'm going to start thinking that you got a thing for me, and I heard that's not possible, but I'm getting that impression right now.
Don't you worry now. Why don't you take a look? After all, everyone's been looking for it. Aren't you the least bit curious?
She's going to turn the box around to face him and open it. Because if something is going to jump out, it's jumping out at him.
Funny. He'll pick it up. This trick would have worked a lot better had you been cooperative. He turns it around. It's a mirror. They've been looking for the fragment all along, Nova. And it's been right under their nose. The whole time. I'm
well,
afraid,
that's
my...
just unhelpfully vague.
Well, let's just say he'll touch her forehead. But the fragment's you. And I'm gonna need that back now. Why don't you come with me now? Be a good little girl. And so he'll kind of gesture at the wall, and it will just succumb to blackness. You got something I need, little girl. And I'm gonna get it one way or another.
Quid pro quo. Who's this demon?
Why, you're looking at him.
The demon that sleeps? You
Oh,
look
no,
very
no, no,
much
no,
so
no, no.
awake.
The demon that sings.
Sing, sleeps, whatever.
Oh, quite different. Don't worry, you'll learn soon enough. Now go on now. Get, dominate, and you're gonna lose. So, and with that, she will step into the black abyss and he will turn to you. Now, don't you worry now. I'll take real good care of her. That being said, you're now missing her, and I have a feeling my friend in the other room with the red eyes ain't gonna be too keen on that. You take care of yourselves now. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will end episode 7 of Vengeance in Vaulderie. We have learned that apparently the fragment has been Nova. But what does that mean? Now the Sabbat pack has lost what they're looking for. And we'll see what happens with them next episode and learn a little bit more about what this fragment is. Let's go ahead. I see we still have... Oh, I see we're missing Mina, but let's go ahead and bring everybody back out. If Mina's not there, that's okay. That's good. Oh, there we go. Welcome
Okay,
back.
What if somebody else like managed to get the box, win the box, and they just open it and it's a mirror, and they're like,
Indeed. That's one of the nice things being the storytellers that, you know, only you guys are really gonna get it. That would have been. So, all right. Well, everyone, thank you. I hope you enjoyed episode 7. I believe. Let me check my schedule. What do we have? Like 2 episodes left? Let me check.
Okay.
We have 2 episodes left after tonight. Before we hit our season finale, we've learned a little bit more about what's happening. The Camarilla has been decimated by both the Reckoner and the Black Spiral Dancers. The Justicar has been attacked. Oh, goodness. What will that lead? In addition, you guys have implicated the barbed wire freaks potentially in this attack. Nova has been absconded by the demon who sings, the stranger, whatever you want to call it. And now you guys are stuck in the middle of this war between 2 powerful factions, or potentially more. And all you guys are trying to do is get the Inquisition off your back. So, We'll see what happens next time. I want to thank for joining us last minute, Sam. Thank you for last minute for being able to come in here. The gentleman who played the prince is very fancy and very successful lawyer and had to go do lawyer things. I don't know what that's about, so couldn't make it the last minute. And I reached out to Sam because I thought it would just having an extra person to kind of do some stuff out there with the PCs is just a lot more than me pretending to be 5 different people. So thank you for coming out. And on the drive home from work, after I got hit in the face with a rock, I was like, you know what? He should be the Justicar. That sounds cool. What a way to really up the stakes. And I didn't tell the Sabbat because I just wanted to see the Sabbat's face when they're like, "Oh, I'm the Tremere Justicar. How are you?" Fucked is what I am, sir. That's exactly.
How?
Exactly. I want to thank Caroline for coming back and playing the Harpy who got Diablerized. Now you and Rachel are the same person, so now we just got to get both of you in the same frame together. So that
One
is
of me.
One of me. There you go. One of me. And I want to thank you again, Catherine, for returning. Catherine, I'm not sure if did you watch that Caroline, did you watch the episode where we found out that Catherine's actually a Black Hand agent?
No,
There you go.
So when I heard like, oh yeah, here, go here, I was like, oops, I'm sorry.
Exactly. I saw your face. You're like, that bitch just betrayed us. I'm like, oh, she missed an episode.
Yep.
You missed that episode, which is fine. So I want to thank you guys for coming back. As of course, my primetime regular cast. Thank you for coming. Thank everyone for watching. We had, I think, 2 raids. That was very exciting.
Did we have 2?
I think so. Didn't Nerds with Dice showed up?
Nerds with Dice did, but I don't.
And I think we had one before that. Didn't we have one before?
Maybe I'm thinking of
Nerds with Dice. Now I'm scrolling back because I just want to see if I can see it real fast. I think I had one before then, and I could be wrong. Maybe. Okay, maybe I'm just wrong. I don't know. Anyway, hey, we got a raid, so there you go.
We got a raid.
Yeah, there we go.
You did.
So thank you guys for coming in. Thank you, Shadow Fuse, for throwing in the cheers and bits and all that stuff. That's really cool. We will see you guys. Well, before I go ahead and say goodbyes, if you are looking for extra content here on TTRP Theater, we have stuff on Fridays, which I think is Manhattan, A Long Strange Trip. On Saturdays, we have Downton. Oh goodness gracious, it was just up here.
Dreaming.
Yeah, Downton Dreamin', I believe. And then we have
SLA.
Yeah, the Slay. Apparently, the GM has, I don't know if he was quoting the creators. Like, no, it's Slay Industries. So that's how we say it. I was like, oh, that's cool. We also have every other week, we have A Place of Wrath and Tears. We have Happy Faces to switch it up. Every other Wednesday, we have Star Trek Sagittarius. Well, you will be able to see at least some of us return on that to play some fun Star Trek adventures. I jokingly talk some shit on an Onyx Path Facebook thing, and now we may have other stuff that I'm doing too because I run my mouth, and then suddenly I get a million ideas. In addition, some of my cast members here have some fun ideas. Maybe we'll see it in the future. So keep an eye out for more fun content. The beginning of next month, the Vampire Interprets return. We'll be talking about Legend of the Five Rings. If it's an underrated game, if you have yet to play it and you like samurai action, you should totally give it a shot. We'll talk all about it then. So that being said, lots of fun here. Hope you guys enjoy it. And as I like how I just say stuff and I'm totally not ready for any of this, we'll go ahead. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I had music and stuff, all that ready to go. Look at that. I had some cool music I was going to queue up, but that'll teach me. All right, guys.
I already know what the music was, Adam.
Oh, you already do. All right. Some of you know all my crazy tricks. All right, guys. We will see you next week.